Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kenya. Today we will be doing a quick dinner, which is one of my fave. Today is Thursday, March 2nd. Usually on Thursdays, my husband goes to the office. He works mostly from home, but he goes to the office once a week. And we live in Massachusetts, so he has to drive all the way to Boston. We live in Fall River, so it's like an hour away with traffic. It might be 2 hours. Around the time that he gets back home is probably like around 7-8 o'clock. So I like to have dinner ready for him, something quick and simple, because I'm usually home alone with the toddler, 1-year-old. Got me running around all day, so I'm usually tired. Something quick and easy, which is my go-to most of the time, is salmon. So we will get to that in a minute. So tonight I'll be making salmon with white rice and a side of vegetables, and avocado on the side for that. So let's get to it. Guys, so this is the salmon we're starting with. Usually I don't like the skin, so I'll usually take that off with like hot water. I'll just pour it on it and then it comes right off. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do our seasoning. So for seasonings, usually I have my homemade seasoning, a piece, blend pepper, bell peppers, onions, parsley, salt, garlic, oil, but I don't have that right now, so I ran out. I had to make more, but for now we're gonna use these are our seasoning. So I have adobo, I have the seasoned salt, I have this, which obviously I use it a lot, so this French blend, so it's like almost done, and then parsley flakes and garlic powder, of course. So let's get started. I already have my hot water here. We're just gonna pour it right on it. I forgot to grab thing, so oops. Alright, so you see that skin coming right off. I don't have gloves on, but obviously I wash my hands before I do this. So see, comes right off. You don't have to use a knife for it, which would steal from your salmon. So this comes right off. All right, so we're gonna get to seasoning now. First thing first, before we do our seasoning, obviously use our lemon to wash it up. Probably let it sit in it usually for like about a minute or so before I do my seasoning. And I usually leave a little bit of lemon juice in there to cook with it. So let that sit for about a minute or so. So get all that lemon juice in there. Sit for about a minute, and then we'll leave a little bit of that lemon juice in there. We'll put that in with the seasoning, and then we'll pop that in right in the oven. All right, one minute. All right, so now we're gonna prep our seasoning. I don't do any measurements, So I just go about it and just see how much, you know, I'm gonna use. I use a lot of garlic powder. I like the garlic flavor, so use about this much garlic. Parsley, I usually just go with it. So that's all mixed in with the garlic. So that's parsley in here. And then I'm just gonna use the leftover, whatever I have left over in here of the herbs, the Provence French blend. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, we'll just use all of it. Use all of it. The rest of this. I'm doing groceries tomorrow, so I'll get more of this. And then our salt. Seasoned salt. So this is not just regular salt, it's seasoned salt. It has 25% less sodium. So it's not just like sea salt. So yeah, we'll use some of that. This much. And then of course we can't forget our adobo Goya. And that's about this much. Usually I would put cayenne pepper because I like I like my fish to have a little bit of kick to it, but because I'm gonna give some to the baby for dinner, so I won't put any of the cayenne pepper in it until I take his portion out, and then I'll do a little bit of cayenne pepper on the rest for me and my husband to eat for dinner. So this is what our seasoning looks like. It's not a lot because it's not that much of salmon. It's just a small piece. So we'll season our salmon, our fish, and then we'll pop it in the oven. This is our seasoning all mixed in. I usually use avocado oil to cook. And then this is a salmon in here. I added a little bit of lemon juice and then oil in the bottom, a little bit of avocado oil, and then we're just going to put our seasoning on. Just use my brush. A little bit of lemon juice on top. Just trying to mix it all in. And then we're gonna let that sit for about a minute or two before we put it in the oven so that it absorb the seasoning. Oh, and also I added a little bit of black pepper, just a tiny bit in there. I didn't to the seasoning. So that. Right, usually I'll preheat the oven to like 375. The baby is like really hungry at this point, so I just wanted to start going, and then I'll start cooking my rice and my veggies. That way when the salmon's done, we can just give him his dinner, get him ready for bed, because it is currently 6:37, 6:38, and his bedtime is between 7 to 7:30. So when I'm not working overnight. So his bedtime is between 7 to 8. So we're trying to get him down tonight, hopefully before 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna get started on pop that in the oven, and then get started on cooking the rice and the veggies. Okay, so we're gonna put the rice in. This is the kind of rice that I use the white rice, basmati rice. Anyway, this is the kind of rice that I use for white rice. I already have my pan on the oven. I put on some avocado oil, and then we're gonna add our salt and water in there. I'm not doing too much rice. I'm only doing this is half a cup. I can't find my cup, but we probably gonna do 1.5 cup of rice, or maybe 1 cup of rice. We'll see. So we'll get that washed, and then I'll show you guys how much water I put in there, and we'll get cooking. Alright, so we are gonna wash our rice. So I only ended up doing 1 cup of rice in here. So wash our rice. I haven't put the water in yet. So you wash it and set it, because the water has to boil before you put your rice in there. So so this is much water I put in there. Show you guys, I just eyeball. I always eyeball when I'm doing rice. I don't really measure water, but if you really want to know how I measure it, because I have those salsa containers, the small ones. I'll show you. So I just filled this up with water, and then I just, so this. So I just fill this up, and then I just pour it in there. So it's not that much water, so it shouldn't be too mushy or too cooked, which I don't like when my rice is too mushy. It has to be like cooked a certain way. So I'll show you guys how it comes out when it's done. And for salt, we are about to use half of this size, which is a 1/4 teaspoon. So it's salt. So I don't want to put too much salt in it, so it'll be too salty. So we just use half of this to put the salt. But usually I also eyeball. I don't really measure anything. Alright, so here we go for salt. Okay, so this is the veggies we're gonna use. I mean, I know it says stir fry, but I like it because it has the little edamame beans, and then it has like vegetables like carrots, broccoli, bell peppers. So quick dinner. Just frozen veggies, thrown in the pan. The rice and the salmon, it usually doesn't take me more than ½ hour to get this done. So our water is like full on boiling right now, so I'm gonna toss our rice in, and then we are going, I already have my pan on the stove here on the burner. So we're gonna toss this in there. That way baby has food in his belly, and then he'll go down for the night, hopefully in like half an hour. Alright, so we are going to add our rice. And we're gonna give it a little stir just so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan and clump. So we stir it, and then we're gonna let that baby boil, and once all of the water is done, we're gonna cover it up so that it can be fully cooked. So there, that's our rice. Now we're gonna do our, put a little bit of oil in the pan. Again, avocado oil, which is what my husband wants us to use for cooking. Our vegetables in the pan. Okay. So you guys, this vegetable thing, because it's like a stir fried, it comes with like this garlic, sesame garlic sauce. I don't use it, so I just season my veggies like I season my meat. So I don't, there's no need. I don't use this. I have no use for it. So usually I just toss it. But I mean, I could make 2 bags of these veggies to have some leftover for tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. Maybe 1 is just enough. Alright, so this is our veggies, and this is our rice boiling. Hey babies, are you hungry? You hungry? Yeah, Mama's making dinner. It's almost done, okay? Yep. So that should be done in about like 20 minutes or so. So, and then he'll eat dinner, and then hopefully he'll be down before 8 o'clock. Alright, okay guys, so the water is done, the rice. So I lowered the heat, and then I'm gonna cover it up so it can finish cooking. But you can see. Cover it up, and then let that finish cooking, and our veggies going good. I'm not going to show the seasoning that I put on there because it's basically the same as I did with the salmon, so I use the same seasoning. Okay guys, so this is the consistency of the rice, which is exactly how I like it. It's not too mushy. It's a good consistency for the baby to eat. It's not too hard. I mean, too dry. That's why I put oil in it. That way your rice is not dry. It's like nice and how do you say this? Glossy. Yeah. So it's not dry. You see that? Yeah. And then our veggies are just done right on time. And then I'm gonna take a piece of salmon out for him so that way he can eat dinner. Alright guys, so this is our salmon. Just took it out of the oven. I'm gonna take a piece out for the baby, and then I'm gonna put it back in with some cayenne pepper on top. And so this is baby's plate: salmon, veggies, and rice. You ready to eat, Papas?
I don't know.
You ready to eat? Mama get you dinner. Oh, I dropped your spoon. Okay, get you another one.
I don't know. Well, let's open it and see what's inside.
Alright guys, so we got our cayenne pepper. Just gonna sprinkle some on top. See that? Just like that. Already took some for the baby out for tomorrow. That's gonna be his lunch, so already took some out for him. So this is what me and my husband will eat for dinner. And I'll obviously prep his plate for when he gets home, because usually when he comes home, I'm like in the middle of putting the baby to sleep, or either I'm taking a nap for work, because I work every other Thursday night. So this Thursday I'm not working because I'm on this weekend. So I'm gonna be home tonight. So yeah, so I'll probably either leave it in the oven so it stays warm for him, or I'll usually portion it and then leave it in the microwave for him, and then when he gets home he'll just warm it up. So I'll probably either leave it in the oven or plate it for him, but we'll see. After Charlie is eating his dinner right now, so when he's done, it's currently 7:17, so when he's done eating dinner, probably in the next 15 minutes, and then we'll get him ready for bed. Rice is fully cooked, so I turned the oven off, the stove burner off. So this is our rice, and then this is our veggies right here, and salmon's going back in the oven so we could finish up with the cayenne little spice to it. Okay guys, so this is the final product. We have rice right here, salmon, and veggies. So I'm just gonna put that in the microwave for my husband, still not home yet, and I'm just gonna retire for the night. It is currently 8:50, so I've already had dinner. Charlie's in bed, and I am exhausted because I've been up since like 6 a.m. So it's time for Mama to go to bed. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.